Purchasers and purchasers returns daybook or journals. Key vocabularies: purchasers, cash, bank, trade payables, credit, debit, purchase returns, ledgers, purchasers ledger, general or nominal ledger. These are the formats of purchasers daybook and purchasers returns daybook, or we call it a journal. We include the trade payables and we find the totals of credit purchases and purchase returns. Do remember the double entry of purchases on credit, purchases debit, trade payable credit, purchase returns double entry, trade payables debit, purchase returns credit. There are three different types of ledger. Sales or receivables ledger includes all trade receivables. Purchasers or payables ledger includes all trade payables. General or nominal ledger includes all the ledgers except trade receivables and trade payables. First step is to post entries to the daybooks or journal, followed by transferring entries to the relevant ledgers, balancing of the ledgers, and preparing a trial balance. Let's complete the purchasers daybook. 1st of Jan 20, purchase goods on credit from Mary 100, 20% trade discount. Enter the amount. Trade discount 20% is 20, therefore the difference is 80. On 5th, purchase goods on credit from Alan 50, subject to trade discount 10%. Enter the date in the purchasers daybook. Amount, calculate the discount, which is 545 is the difference. 31st of Jan 2020, transferred to general ledger 125. Now let's complete the purchasers returns daybook or journal. 6th, return goods to Mary 80. The same discount should be applicable over here. So 80, 20% of 80 should give 16. Therefore the difference is 64. On 10th, return goods to Alan 30. Enter the date. Trade payable Alan, followed by the amount 30. Calculate the same 10% which was given earlier, which is 3. Difference is 27. This should be transferred at the end of the month to the general ledger, which is 91. Now let's begin posting entries to the ledgers. So you debit the purchases account, credit the trade payables account. For individual amounts such as 80 and 45 to TP as well as Alan, and the total amount 125 to purchasers account on the debit. Whereas purchasers returns should be credited, trade payables debited by 64 and 27, 64 for Mary, 27 for Alan, and credit purchasers returns by 91. Now it's time for balancing the ledgers. As you can see, TP Mary's account, credit side is greater. So let's bring it down to the total 80 and 80. The difference between 80 and 64 is 16. Balance carried down 31st Jan 20. 1st of Feb 20, balance brought down 16. TP Allen, credit side is greater, 45. Difference between these two, balance carried down 18. 31st 120. 1st Feb 20, balance brought down 18. Let's balance the purchases account. Debit side is greater. Bring the difference on the credit side. 31st 120. 1 to 20, balance brought down 125. Purchases return, sorry for that error. Credit side total should be 91, carried down, brought down 91. Now we had balanced the ledgers. Now let's prepare the trial balance. Let's take the closing balance of each ledger. TP Mary has a credit of 16. Let's enter it on the credit side. TP Allen, a credit balance 18. Purchasers, a debit balance 125. And then purchase returns, a credit balance of 91. Now if you balance the trial balance, debit side should be equal to the credit side, 125.